thoughts on that game, Brendan?
Yeah, really pleased with the performance. David's team, compact, tight, lots of bodies behind the ball, and had to be patient in the game. We should have been in front, going in at half time, but weren't. But yeah, I was very, very pleased and created opportunities, especially into the second half. And yeah, it's a continuation of how we've been domestically and strong defensively, not giving away much, controlling the games, creating opportunities, and yeah, scored very good goals today.
Benjamin's impact was clear. Are you happy with his performance?
Yeah, considering he's playing out of position, we're obviously playing him on the right hand side, but he has a natural instinct to score. Sometimes that hindered us a wee bit in the first half because he rolls inside, and we normally have wingers out there and the fullbacks run from the inside. So sometimes we were coming across the pitch to play forward, and he's on the inside. So we didn't quite have the width, but yeah, he's took his 2 goals really well. That's why we brought him here. He can score goals from midfield. Anticipates the first one. He's there. He finished, and the second one's a really good finish. So pleased for him.
When you make so many changes, Brendan, do you see that as any kind of risk at all when you're kind of changing 8 players?
I don't tend to. I think that if you're here at Celtic, you've got to be good enough to play, and especially playing at home and when you want to dominate the game. So and I was pleased for those guys that come in. Young Aina, I've always said I think that he's come into here. He can play in games of dominance when you have 75-80% and can serve it. So he did well. I thought Dame Murray was excellent until he tired in the last 15 minutes, and but I thought he was excellent. Him and Scales, he steadied it. Midfield 3 worked hard, and Benji gets his goals, and then obviously then we introduce a bit more quality in the 60 around the hour mark, and that stabilised the game, and then it was just about how many we could score whilst keeping it tight from behind.
The lads who missed out, either Trusty, did he travel with you tomorrow, or will they miss the game?
Yeah, I'm not sure Austin will make it. Adam, we're waiting to see. But hopefully he'll be available for the squad.
Simpson Pusey wasn't involved either. Has he got a knock?
No, he's just not in the squad yet. So he's come in. He's come in as a talent, and really the first part of the season was to get him through until the international break, used to how we've been working, because he's coming from training with a group of players who's played no minutes at all over pre-season, so he's not ready. But we're keeping an eye on him, and hopefully after the international break he can make some sort of impact. But that'll be up to him. But he's a talent.
You took a chance to introduce Colby Donovan. Are you happy how he did?
Yeah, I really like Colby. I think he's got the personality to play for Celtic. He's got the hunger. He's good size. Serves the ball well. You see straight away when he comes in. He's not timid. He's aggressive. And yeah, I think with Colby it's about balancing up whether he goes out on loan or whether they keep him here and give him some minutes. That's what we'll decide. But I really like him, and I think longer term he's going to be a fantastic player for the squad here.
Kenny took his goal well and his confidence the world.
Yeah. I'm really pleased for him because he works so hard, trains ever so well, scores his goals, and just hasn't quite got there in the games. But it's a really good goal. It was a really good move, and he gets across his marker, gets the contact, and I'm really pleased for him.
If Adam doesn't make it, I mean, you'll obviously be hoping that he does, but if he doesn't make it, there's no reason Johnny can't come in and do a job for you.
Yeah, listen, I value all the players that are here now. Of course, there's a lot made of what we don't have, and listen, we're all clear on that. I think we can all see that we need to strengthen that top end of the pitch. There's no denying that. But I have to really value the players that are here. They've worked so hard over pre-season. We've started the season domestically very, very well. We had one half that strangely was a bit passive, and sometimes that happens over 2 legs. A 2-leg tie. What's it going to be like? Don't really know the team, and then you start slow and a bit sluggish, and then you're not quite at your level. But apart from that first half, these players, of course, there's a lot of noise, but these players I really value, the ones that are here, and they've performed domestically, like you see, 3 wins, not conceding hardly anything, and in some of those games we've scored 4, we've scored 3, and other games we've had to win by the odd goal. So So they're working very, very hard. We know what we need to do, and like I said, we'll take this squad hopefully to Tuesday and get the job done.
How do you make sure, Brendan, that that doesn't happen again on Tuesday, that kind of slow start that you talk about?
Well, that's. I think we can emphasise that, like I did for today's game. It's something that's very, very important. And listen, you can never ever guarantee, even when you know that's your mantra. But if I think of games we've had, St Mirren and Aberdeen and Falkirk, and now this game here, in the main, we've started strong in those games. So I think the difference now in this second leg is it's winner takes all.
You said last week maybe people hadn't noticed the start you made domestically. You're top of the league tonight. Do you want to be hard to move?
Well, but that's always the nature, and that's our plan. Our plan is to navigate our way through, especially this opening period. And we all know, all of us that have been around this long enough knows that this sort of transfer period is always a challenge for all teams to get players in and out, players thinking about going and that. But the focus of the team has been really, really good, and I think that these players have started very, very well, despite noise and all the transfer stuff around it. And I'm really pleased for them, because we and they deserve that, and now we have to go and make this count on Tuesday.
Do you feel confident sitting here right now, Brendan, that Kyla will see a different Celtic on Tuesday night?
Well, yeah, I don't think there's any doubt about that. I've had games, like I said before, that went for us, and some that haven't. So, we know some that haven't. But it's winner takes all now, and everything is there for us to do it. And they're a good side, well organised. Always tough in European football to go away, but we know we need the result, and we're going to give absolutely everything to get the result and be at the top table of European football.
There's reports in Belgium that there's a Celtic delegation over to finalise a deal for Michel Balikwisha. Are you confident that there's deals close, signings close?
Well, I think the delegation were at the game, were they not?
They didn't say who they were, but you know.
Well, I don't know what other who's else would talk contract talks. So now, listen, there's a number of players that we've been at for a number of months. So we'll see over the next 48 hours what that looks like.
Brendan, was McCowan okay when he came off? He was struggling a bit?
Yeah, he was struggling with the top of his foot. I think he'll be okay. I think he got his foot stood on, and he had a bit of pain and it was sore for him. So yeah, but he should hopefully be okay.